I was having lunch with Josh Amos, who's a pastor here, and I remember just meeting him and sharing some stuff with him. I think that was going on in my life. Don't remember anything specific, but I just remember him saying, hey, you should check out Regen. It's a really cool program that our church is starting, and it allows people to be vulnerable about deep needs in their life and just be open with other people. And I was like, that sounds pretty interesting.
It was around, we just had our third baby. I was probably like 3 months postpartum, and I got really bad postpartum depression. It was scary. It was really loud thoughts of suicide. And it felt almost like my heart and my head were battling, because it's like my head was giving me really specific ways that I needed to kill myself, and my heart was saying like, no, stop this, I know it's a lie, I know it's not true, but the thoughts wouldn't stop, and I was really scared. And so I actually checked into an in-person treatment facility for that, and that was a really scary time too, but I'm grateful for it. I was able to shift medication and talk to doctors, but number one on my list going home was, I'm going to sign up for Regen. So it kind of took that much of a life or death situation for me to be like, okay, I'll humble myself this much to go. But it's changed my life, yeah.
I think one of the biggest lies the enemy tells us is that you're alone in your struggle. Mm-hmm. Regen immediately squashes that lie. Yeah, it debunks that and says, you're not alone. Here's 8 other people that are struggling with sin in maybe a completely different way, maybe a similar way. And so you're instantly believing what's true, that we're all at the level foot of the cross, and we're all in need of grace.
I think maybe because of the place I was in life, I was really disillusioned to faith. And so I came in very bitter and very resentful that I had to be there, kind of, even though I knew I had to. Like at the first Groundworks, everyone had to go around and share a little bit of their story. And I was like this, was so angry and like, don't want to be here, whatever. But I also couldn't lie to them. So I said like, I'm Mel, I'm here because I have depression and suicidal thoughts, and I really don't believe Regen's gonna work. And my leader was like, I love it. You're allowed to feel that way. That's great. And I look around the room and everyone's like, yeah, me too. And so it was like so wonderful, where I feel like I'm alone. I feel like I'm the only one. We're all struggling. We're all going through the same thing.
I think Regen has really helped me have more empathy towards people. As a worship leader on stage, sometimes I'll just look out and it's just a sea of faces. But I think Regen has taught me that when I see people, I see stories. I see a history. There's more than meets the eye, and there's more under the surface. And
that stuff is still part of your everyday life, like your baggage and your sin and the hurts that have happened to you, the real things people have done. That stuff still affects you whether you deal with it or not. So why not put it right before Scripture and a safe community of believers who are for you, and see what God does with that, you know?